What's up, it's your girl nurse Shawn-Nie here with a new video today. So today we're going to be talking about 5 questions you should ask your travel nurse recruiter when you are looking for your next travel nurse position. So if you want to hear what those questions are, keep watching. What's up? It's your girl nurse Shawn-Nie. I am a travel nurse. I love being a travel nurse. You guys already know that if you've been here before. If you are new here, hey girl, hey. On this channel, I talk about nursing, travel nursing, lifestyle, and most recently, I got engaged. So you're gonna see some wedding content on this page too. So, you know, it's just a love fest here. So just a little background, I've been a travel nurse for almost 4 years. I was kind of burnt out in my nursing career and I decided I wanted to do something different, and travel nursing was that something different, and I have no regrets, okay? So let's talk about 5 questions that you may want to ask your recruiter when you're looking for your first and or your next travel nurse position. So these are not in any particular order. I have some notes here. Let's just get into it. So the bottom line is I want to know how much money I'm making. I definitely want to lead with the priority, and that's my bottom line. How much am I going to be getting paid? So you want to have the conversation with your nurse recruiter about your pay package. You want to know specifically what the breakdown for your pay package is. Sometimes you have a blended rate, which is all one figure, like you may be paid $110 an hour on this assignment. But sometimes your pay package is broken down where you have a rate that you're paid for the hours that you work. So if you work 36 hours a week, you get paid $60 an hour times 36. And I'm just throwing those figures out there. So with a non-blended rate, in addition to the hours that you work, you also may receive what's called a tax-free stipend for meals, for housing, and incidentals, okay? And so those numbers are determined by the government through the GSA, and I will put the website to the GSA in the description box. But the tax-free stipends are based on location and how much the federal government says an employee can be paid working as an independent contractor in that area. So the number varies based on where you are working, okay? There's a lot of information that goes into that, which I'm not going to cover in this video, but I would encourage you, if you're curious about it, go on that GSA website and familiarize yourself with per diem or stipends based on the area that you're interested in working in, okay? I hope that makes sense. Rewind it if you need to run that back. So to tie all that up, you want to ask your recruiter, how am I going to be getting paid? How much am I going to be getting paid? Am I going to have tax-free stipends? Am I going to have a blended rate? Those are things that you want to know, okay? Second thing that you want to ask your recruiter, if you're interested, is, are there benefits associated with this position? So most often with travel nurse positions, you do receive benefits like health insurance, retirement savings, life insurance, all of those same benefits that you would receive if you're working as a staff nurse. Most agencies are offering those same things. So oftentimes people will ask me, you know, Nurse Shawn-Nie, I'm interested in becoming a travel nurse, but how am I going to have health insurance? And that's a valid concern, especially, well, for everybody, because we all need health insurance. But if you have a family, you know, other people that you are supporting, those things are important. rest assured, most agencies offer health insurance. The caveat to that is once your contract is over, like you're no longer contracted with that agency, the benefits end. And so that can kind of be the gray area or the sticky area when it comes to health insurance that you accept from your agency. Now, I have always used the health insurance from my agencies. I have consistently worked. I may have taken off like a month, or I don't think I've taken off more than a month. Typically, I take off a month in between assignments. And so during that time, it is a gamble. I may be uninsured, or you have the option of picking up Cobra, which is hella expensive. But if you need it, it's an option that is there for you, okay? So, empower yourself, educate yourself about these things, because those things are important when you're considering, being a contractual worker. Outside of that, you can look into health insurance marketplaces to find yourself a health insurance plan that you can pay for yourself, and you can carry that health insurance with you no matter what contract you're working on. So that might be a better option for you, okay? You want to ask about those benefits. Are you going to receive health insurance? When does the health insurance start? I prefer to have health insurance that starts the same day that my contract begins, because I don't want to have to wait 30 days, especially if I've already been uninsured for 30 days. I don't want to have to wait. So you want to ask those questions. Same thing for your retirement savings. You want to know, is there a match? Because that's beneficial for you. If your agency is going to be matching whatever you contribute to, it's a win-win for you to go ahead and contribute to your retirement savings. I think everybody should be looking at retirement savings no matter how old you are. Next, you want to ask your recruiter, are there shift bonuses, extension bonuses, or completion bonuses? Now, I'm the bonus queen, okay? I personally do not extend a contract without some type of financial incentive. And so I didn't know this when I was a new travel nurse. I had to learn the game. So now, like I said, I don't extend any contract, and I've extended all but one of my contracts. I never extend without a financial incentive. And so I always ask about those things. Whenever a recruiter comes to me and says, hey, the hospital wants to extend you, my next question is there an extension bonus? Because, you want me to stay, pay me, okay? Sometimes you can get an increase in your hourly rate. It all depends on what you negotiate. Some contracts do come with shift bonuses, which is so super sweet. Like, I did a contract right before the pandemic, and for every shift that I worked extra, not only was I getting time and a half for working an extra shift, I was also getting a $700 shift bonus for every extra shift that I worked. You better know that I was signing up for the extra shifts. And I was working in California too. California is top tier travel nurse money across the board, okay? And don't let your recruiter make you feel bad for asking for what you're worth. That agency is benefiting from having you extend your contract. Let's split the pot. That's all I'm saying, okay? Another important question for you to ask your recruiter when you are vetting different contracts is, what are the shift requirements? So some hospitals, nurses work 8-hour shifts. Sometimes there are 12-hour shifts. Some contracts are going to require you to do 48 hours a week as opposed to the traditional 36 hours a week. You want to know exactly what you're signing up for, and you want to ask those questions and have that conversation before you sign that contract, because once you sign the contract, it is legally binding. And I'm not saying you can't break a contract, because sometimes you have to do what's best for you. However, you don't want to get in the habit of breaking contracts, because then, you know, word travels. You don't want to be known as the nurse that is irresponsible and breaking her contract because things are not working out. I've never broken a contract. I've come close to doing it, but I always have kind of just thugged it out. Like, let me finish this contract. I'm done. Like the one contract that I didn't extend, I really, really, really wanted to break it, but I was just a one and done. And it was okay. Like, I survived it. It was a struggle, but I survived. You want to ask what those requirements are, so you know upfront what you're getting into. So then, number 5, you want to ask if there is a travel reimbursement or some type of travel expense for you to get to your assignment if you have to fly, and or if you are driving to your assignment. You want to know if you're going to be reimbursed and or front loaded for arriving at your assignment and when you end your assignment for you to get back home. A lot of agencies will market and say, oh, we'll give you $500 for travel expenses. Listen, $500, depending on the season that you're traveling, is not enough for me to get to an assignment and come back home. And so when companies offer just $500 for travel reimbursement, in my opinion, that's not enough money to fly, depending on how far you're going. Maybe if you're just flying from Baltimore to Atlanta, $500 may cover a round trip. Or, you know, if you like to fly with Spirit Airlines, $500 might cover a round trip. But any of the other more reputable airlines, $500 round trip may not do the trick. And so I always ask them to adjust that figure. I'm asking for no less than $1,000 for travel expenses, and your recruiter can rearrange the funds in your pay package to make that work for you. Plus, typically those travel funds are tax-free, and so it is more of a benefit to you to ask for more money in your travel bucket. So those are my 5 tips and or questions that you should ask your recruiter when you are looking for your travel nurse position, or when you're looking for that next travel nurse position. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you are a travel nurse and you want to add anything that we should be asking our recruiters when we talk with them, please add it. Let's have a dialogue in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.